May I answer?
Come in.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon. Have your seat, Manish.
Thank you, sir.
Are you comfortable?
Yes.
Okay. Manish, we are taking all the precautions for COVID, which we should, and every Indian should, every person in the world should. So we have kept your chair more than 2 yards away.
Yes.
And using mask also. But because distance is sufficient, so you can remove your mask.
Yes.
So as to avoid fogging also,
yes.
Fogging of your specs. Tell us something about yourself.
So I am Manish Choudhary and I belong to Nagaur district of Rajasthan, and I have done my BTech in computer engineering from MNIT Jaipur, and after that I have worked as a technical analyst in Oracle India for 2 years, and after that I worked on the post of Patwari in government of Rajasthan for 2 years, and currently I am working on the post of informatics assistant in government of Rajasthan.
From technical analyst in a company like Oracle for 2 years, you chose to work as a Patwari.
So my main aim was administrative services only, but when I graduated from college, I opted for Oracle India. The basic reason was Oracle India provides you 3 options to re-enter the company, and the minimum requirement, minimum tenure of employment is 2 years. So when I completed my 2 years at Oracle, so I put in my papers and I came to Jaipur for preparing for civil services.
So how was your experience in Oracle? What kind of work culture you found there?
I can say it was the best in the industry.
So you could have applied for extension of job there, isn't it?
So there was 2 options, that either I can work for a half day, that means 3 days a week, and else I have to put in my papers.
So what was problematic about 3 days a week?
So I thought that there was always an option to re-enter in that organization, and from living in Pune and preparing for administrative services would be a tiring job.
So after working as Patwari for 2 years, you again left this job and joined informatics assistant. Why?
So the basic reason was a higher grade pay, and in addition to that, when I completed 2 years in Patwari, I had enough experience of that department. So my ultimate goal was coming into administrative services. So I thought if I go into another department, then I'll have more exposure about how the government and how the departments work.
What was the nature of job as Patwari there?
So Patwari's job was as an eye and ear of administration in grassroots level, that is Gram Panchayat level, and I have worked with the grassroots level or with people, farmers and others, and my work was to prepare land records of my Patwar Halka and to recover all the taxes and other things which government expects from those people.
What kind of relationship is there between Halka territory and Panchayat territory?
So the Gram Panchayat territory is more of where the main population of that village lives, the Abadi land, and the Halka is the agricultural land in that area.
Okay. So that means the entire village territory minus residential territory is equal to Halka territory.
The Halka includes that Abadi territory also, but the administrative rights are somewhat not that diverse which Patwari enjoys in his Halka territory.
So do you also find one Halka including more than one Panchayat territories?
More than one the agricultural fields of more than one Panchayat can come in one Halka.
Okay. What about the digitization of land records in Rajasthan?
There are some districts which have been 100% digitalized under DILRMP, and my home district Nagaur is only one tehsil is left, and all other tehsils have been digitalized. And when I came into the service of Patwari in 2017, when I was under training in Parbatsar tehsil, I have worked there for digitalization of that tehsil, and then I got the permanent posting in Medta tehsil. Then I have worked for digitalization of that tehsil also.
What is the meaning of this term khasra?
Khasra is the number given to the field. For example, I have a territory of 1000 bighas under my halka. So that 1000 bighas and I have multiple farmers. So every farmer will have its field numbered, and that number is called khasra.
And what is khatauni or khata?
Khata is, for example, there is a farmer who have multiple khasras. For example, he have multiple khates, the agricultural field. So all these khasras will come under his khata.
So one plot is called khasra.
Yes.
And a farmer can have several plots of land.
Yes.
So all the plots should be mentioned in one account number.
Yes, sir.
That is called khata number.
And khatani is a snippet of that khata.
Okay, small one. Nice, Manish.
Thank you, sir.
Manish.
Yes.
Manish, you are from Degana, Nagaur.
Yes, sir.
Degana is known for its tungsten mines.
Yes.
What are the uses of tungsten?
So it's used in filaments.
Anything else?
And
Why it is used in filament?
so right now it's the use has diminished over the years. Previously it was used because it has high melting point, and when it is heated it eliminates, so it can be used in light bulbs.
What kind of element or mineral tungsten is?
So it's metallic, I'm not sure, but it's metallic, I think.
Ferric or non-ferric?
It's a ferric.
Ferric. Okay. What is information? You have done your BTech in computer science, I think. What is information?
The information is the data we receive, and we have to fetch information from those data.
Okay, data and information are almost same.
No, sir, the useful data or the data we can use in our programs and other things, it's information.
And those data which are not useful is not information.
So the information is fetched from those data.
Okay. What is cloud computing, Manish?
The cloud computing, it's in which the resources which we use in computing are not, the physical resources are not present. They are present at a place, and the people who are using those technologies can have their slots on that technology. For example, we can have a database farm or a server farm. So multiple people can have their space on those servers and on those farms. So the applicant or the client do not have to worry about maintaining the physical resources.
Okay. In Nagaur, if I am not wrong, is there any kind of Kubar Patti kind of things? What is that?
So due to excess of fluoride in groundwater, so the fluoride is absorbed in the bones and teeth. So the teeth become yellow and they decay very fast, and there is a hump on the back. The bones are not proper. So because of that, it is called hump belt of Rajasthan.
Okay, so any plan to manage this kind of things?
So there are multiple things are done from the government. First is the government is establishing RO plants in every at Gram Panchayat level, and from there the people can get potable water. And also right now the Ghar Ghar Nal Yojana is also going on in Rajasthan, and also the Indira Gandhi Nehar from that Pannalal Barupal lift canal is also coming in Nagaur.
घर घर नल योजना जो पूरे देश में ही लगभग चलाई जा रही है, इसको आप किस तरह से देखते हैं? यह क्या आने वाले समय में पानी के भी निजीकरण की योजना है?
जी नहीं सर, इसमें राजस्थान में घर घर नल में सर 2-3 उन्होंने कैटेगरीज रखी हैं. एक तो सर शहरी क्षेत्र में 15,000 लीटर तक अगर आप पानी यूज़ करते हैं तो वो आपके लिए फ्री रहेगा, और रूरल एरियाज़ में 2 हैं. अगर आप बॉर्डर एरियाज़ में या ट्राइबल एरियाज़ में हैं तो आपको 70 लीटर पर कैपिटा पर डे, और अगर आप उन एरियाज़ में नहीं है तो 55 लीटर पर कैपिटा पर डे का पानी है जो फ्री रहेगा.
तो इसमें कुछ लोगों का ये कहना है कि गवर्नमेंट की कुछ योजनाएं बड़ा कॉन्ट्राडिक्टरी हैं. जैसे घर घर शौचालय योजना है, इससे वाटर क्राइसिस हमारा और वाइडन अप हो जाएगा, बढ़ सकता है. फिर भी गवर्नमेंट कर रही है ऐसा. दूसरी तरफ जल संरक्षण के जो उपाय हैं वो पर्याप्त नहीं है. तीसरी तरफ ना केवल जल की कमी है बल्कि जो जल है वो कंटेमिनेटेड है. तो इन तीनों क्राइसिस को आप किस तरीके से मैनेज कर सकते हैं या किस तरीके से करना चाहिए?
सर मगर जैसे घर घर शौचालय योजना और पानी का क्राइसिस है, तो एक जो इसके घर घर शौचालय के जो बेनिफिट्स हैं वो पानी की कमी को आउटवे करते हैं. पानी की कमी राजस्थान में नहीं है, बट उसको जैसे वाटर
पूरी दुनिया में कमी है, राजस्थान में कमी नहीं है पानी
सर. जैसे रेन वाटर हार्वेस्टिंग है, उसको रिसोर्स को अपने आप यूटिलाइज करने में जो इम्प्लीमेंटेशन में जो इश्यूज हैं उस पर काम करने की ज़रूरत है, और उस पानी से जो बाकी अपनी योजनाएं हैं उसमें काम में लिया जा सकता है.
तो आपको लग रहा है कि जो हो रहा है सारी सिचुएशन ठीक है, कंट्रोलेबल है?
जी सर, इसमें जो इम्प्लीमेंटेशन है उसमें इम्प्रूवमेंट किया जा सकता
तो
है।
कैसे किया जा सकता है? और
सर जैसे गांव में ये पानी, जैसे अभी मैं अपने नागौर की एग्जांपल लूँ तो वहाँ पे इंदिरा गांधी कैनाल का पानी अभी तक नहीं आया है, बट नियर अबाउट जो भी ट्यूबवेल्स हैं वहाँ से पानी आता है। तो अभी लोगों में ये जागरूकता नहीं है कि पानी अगर फ्री आ रहा है तो उसको कितना कम गिराना है, या उसको आप स्टोर करके रख सकते हैं, या जैसे जब पानी आता है तो वो जब तक चल रहा है वो गिर रहा है। तो ये सब में अवेयरनेस में काफ़ी कमी है सर।
लेकिन गवर्नमेंट तो लगातार कई प्रोग्राम, जल शक्ति अभियान और तमाम तरीके के प्रोग्राम लेकर आई है, तो लोग कब अवेयर होंगे या और क्या करने की ज़रूरत पड़ेगी?
सर लिटरेसी रेट अगर थोड़ी कम है तो थोड़ा बहुत इसमें और एफर्ट्स करने की ज़रूरत है।
आपको लगता है लिटरेसी रेट सारी समस्याओं का निदान है?
समस्याओं का सभी का निदान नहीं है, बट उसमें इम्प्रूवमेंट के लिए सर एक ये बेसिक रीज़न है, मैं मानता हूँ कि बेसिक रीज़न है।
अच्छा, कलेक्टिंग कॉइन्स are your hobbies. Which kind of coins do you collect?
So previously I used to collect the coins which had some markings at the back, commemorative coins and others. And after that I started collecting coins which have something unique in them.
Like?
For example, in 1940s there was a coin which had a hole in it, and then there were some coins which were not round and of other metal.
जो 20 पैसे का कॉइन था किस मेटल का बना था?
So it was a metal, I'm not sure, aluminum type of metal था।
क्या था इसका सिंबल पीछे? एक तरफ तो 20 लिखा हुआ था, दूसरी तरफ
मैं कॉल नहीं कर पा रहा।
ठीक है मनीष,
थैंक यू सर।
Manish, what is MSP?
It's the minimum support price.
What is the definition?
So the minimum support price is the price the farmer will get when he or the farmer opt for selling its produce in APMCs or other market yards.
Okay. What is the formula of APMC?
So formula?
Formula of MSP?
So I'm not sure.
You're not sure?
So if you allow me, I can take a guess.
Okay.
So it's a basic, the cost of producing that in which it includes the value of seeds, fertilizers and other tools which are used in producing. And there are some committee in our agriculture ministry which look after it.
So which committee has released MSP? Has the responsibility to release the MSP?
So I have read about it, but I am not able to recall.
Okay. Can you tell me what is the contribution of agriculture, basically agriculture, not a primary sector, in GDP?
So in Rajasthan?
GDP of India.
So India's economy is primarily agrarian. So the contribution after the Green Revolution have increased manifolds, and now we are self-sufficient in our grain and other cereal production.
And what is the percentage of revenue?
So of primary sector or agriculture?
Agriculture.
So agriculture percentage I am not sure, but I can tell you about it.
For the primary sector?
So primary sector was 20, in Rajasthan it was 29 something percentage.
Or in India?
India percentage.
Okay. Can you tell me what is the difference between, or it is the same, natural farming or organic farming?
So natural and organic. So organic farming is the farming in which we don't use any kind of...
Both the farming technique is same, similar or different?
So in natural, I think we can use biopesticides, and
or in organic farming?
In organic, no kind of pesticides are used.
Sure.
So,
what is zero-based budgeting farming?
No idea.
You are from Nagaur.
Yes.
You have to move from Nagaur to Baswada. So how many districts you have to pass from, at least?
So 3.
3. Name them.
From Pali, then Sirohi, then Udaipur.
From
Pali
Baswada.
I can, yes sir.
Are you sure?
And one is Dungarpur.
Sure. It's 4 or 3.
So from Pali I can go to Udaipur, and from Udaipur I can go to Dungarpur and then Baswada.
What is the amount of budget of government of Rajasthan of 2021-2022?
I haven't read about it.
Okay. Name 3 schemes of the government of Rajasthan for the welfare of the rural infrastructure.
Government of Rajasthan.
Ji.
So first is Mukhyamantri Dugdh Utpadak Sambal Yojana, in which they provide a 2 rupee above the rate of milk to farmers.
For the upliftment of infrastructure of rural India or rural Rajasthan?
So central government schemes or only?
You can tell me central and state mix.
So first is Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana in rural areas, and secondly under Manrega they are improving the ponds.
Manrega is a infrastructure based.
So they are channeling the resources into development of
They are using the human force for the
improving
construction the infrastructure of rural India. Okay. Or?
And third one is Pradhan Mantri Gram Sadak Yojana, and there is one Gramin Gaurav Path.
Okay. What is Gramin Gaurav Path?
So it's it's a road on Gram Panchayat level, a kilometer long road. So the Gram Panchayat headquarter can have better connectivity from the nearest MDR or national highway.
Okay. What is the budget estimation of fiscal deficit of 21-22 fiscal year?
I haven't read about it.
Okay. Of Rajasthan?
No, sir.
You haven't read it?
Yes. Okay. So I will definitely read about the budget.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Manish,
Yes.
India is having a very good relationship with USA, and in last 2-3 decades it has improved a lot. What are the irritants between India-US relationship?
Irritants. So first one is the visa issue. Our people who are living in USA, there is a very long queue of the people who are willing to get green card there, and additionally there was the rationing of H1B visa, which our applicants are not getting. So the first irritant is that, and secondly the how US is pushing us to not to buy our weaponry from Russia, and the third one are the way we buy our crude oil from Iran. So the US intervention in that.
Okay, these are the 3 irritants. Any else?
That I can think of.
Okay. Large number of Indians are working in USA. What kind of emotional status they have generally vis-a-vis India? Are they now more loyal to America or more loyal to India?
So the people living there, they are the kind of nationalism, the feeling of nationalism in them have, I can say, surely increased in recent years. And the point of loyalty, I think they respect the law of the land of that country also, and the loyalty is subjective, I think.
So in case of any conflict of interest between India and USA, the people who are living there and having a long-term stay there, having citizenship and green card holders, and they are likely to support Indian cause now in case of conflict, or they are likely to ditch the Indian causes?
Just I say that this point can be subjective, and it depends on that person's perception, what he prefers, that the loyalty towards his motherland is more important, or the stake, for example the green card or the visa thing is more important.
Arvind Panagadia was invited to head the Niti Aayog, and midway he left the organization, went back to USA, saying that his university has called him to continue teaching. So do you think in this kind of examples, we should invite Indians from America to officiate Indian government institutions?
So when he was invited, the point was that he will bring with him the exposure he has gained while teaching at that university. So the objective was, I think, in a positive sense, but when he left, so he might have his reasons. So, but with this example, we shouldn't be on a back foot, that we shouldn't be inviting the people from these institutions or these universities.
And some ministers of central government have been very vocal in criticizing those Indians who are engaged in Harvard and Cambridge, etc., suggesting that their loyalty is not with India now.
So the point of loyalty and the basic reason while they are opposing them are they haven't seen the problems Indians are facing at the grassroots level, and they are not that much attached to our country. They have been living in those countries from quite long, so they are not knowing the exact equations and conditions we are facing here in this country.
Okay, what kind of relationship we are having nowadays with Germany?
So India-German
relationship? No idea. What about India-French relationship?
So friends, recently we have imported, we have given a tender of our Dassault Rafale fighter planes to.
That is help their business. We have revived a company which was going to become bankrupt. With our order, that company has become now functional. So that way we have helped them. What we have got in return?
So actually the offset thing in that project that French has given us in that contract, it is also helpful for our companies to have this exposure in this technology field, and our companies will also be able to learn from those companies.
Okay, in the Constitution of India, two words come at two different places with respect to thought and speech. In the preamble, there is liberty of thought and expression. This phrase is there. In Article 19, there is freedom of thought and speech. So, liberty of thought is in preamble and freedom of thought is there in Article 19. How do you distinguish between the two? Liberty of thought and freedom of thought.
So, freedom I will consider of, for example, I have thought something in my mind and I have an opinion about something, and expression would be what I...
Not expression. I am talking about liberty of thought and freedom of thought.
So might be these two phrases are similar in the sense.
Liberty and freedom. So why at two different places, two different words are used? Is it just incidental or there is deliberate selection of word?
I don't know.
Okay. Nice talking to you, Manish. Your interview is over. You may go now.
Thanks.
Have your seat, Manish.
Thank you.
तो RAS में इंटरव्यू आप पहली बार देने जा रहे हैं?
जी सर।
तो यहाँ इंग्लिश में तो आप मीडियम ऑप्ट कर रहे हैं इंग्लिश, लेकिन हो सकता है वहाँ आपकी बातचीत पूरी हिंदी में ही हो जाए। तो हिंदी में भी तैयार रहिए, अंग्रेजी में भी तैयार रहिए। क्या लग रहा है, कैसा रहा परफॉर्मेंस आपका?
और बेटर करने की थोड़ी नीड है।
कहाँ बेटर करने का आपने आइडेंटिफाई करा?
जैसे सर ने बजट और उसमें इकोनॉमिक सर्वे के क्वेश्चंस थे, और आपने जो इंटरनेशनल रिलेशंस और पॉलिटी के जो क्वेश्चंस पूछे, और जो सर ने गवर्नमेंट पॉलिसीज से रिलेटेड।
28 अप्रैल आपके पास वक्त तो 1 महीना है।
सर।
ठीक है, तो जो आपने डोमेन आइडेंटिफाई कर लिया है कि ये सब मेरे को करना है, क्योंकि आपका बायोडाटा में डाइवर्सिटी दिख रही है। डाइवर्सिटी है कि पढ़ाई आपने कंप्यूटर करा है, काम आपने कंप्यूटर का भी करा है, पटवारी का भी किया है, इन्फॉर्मेटिक्स अफसर भी हैं, अब आप चाह रहे हैं सिविल सेवा में जाने का। तो कई तरह के मोर्चे आपके लिए खुल जाएंगे।
जी सर।
तो ठीक है, डिफरेंट जो फ्रंट्स हो सकते हैं बैटल के, अकॉर्डिंगली आप उसकी मोर्चा बंदी करिए कंटेंट वाला। लेकिन कुल मिला के जो प्रेजेंटेशन रिलेटेड चीज़ें हैं वो ठीक है, मतलब आपकी एंट्री अच्छी है, ग्रीटिंग आपने क्लियर कट किया, तो वो करेंगे ही। तो इसको बस सस्टेन कर लेना है, एंट्री आराम से एनर्जेटिकली करना है, जो कि आपने किया है, ग्रीट करना है, और जो नॉर्म्स आपको पता ही है कि लेडी मेंबर हो तो पहले लेडी मेंबर को करना है, फिर जो अध्यक्ष पद पर बैठे हैं उनको करना है, फिर इंडिविजुअली सबको देखते हुए करना है। ऐसा नहीं कि एक ही नज़र में सबको लपेट लिया। और फिर बैठने का पोस्चर आपका अच्छा है, ड्रेस सेंस ठीक है, लेकिन क्या आप सूट पहन के ही जाएंगे?
सर 28 अप्रैल को
बहुत गर्मी हो जाएगी।
जी सर।
नहीं तो गर्मी हो जाएगी तो पैंट शर्ट पहन के जाइए, ठीक है। टाई में कंफर्टेबल है तो टाई पहन के जा सकते हैं, नहीं भी पहन सकते हैं, लेकिन टाई थोड़ा अच्छा लगता है। आदत है, यूज टू है आप टाई की?
नहीं सर।
हाँ, तो अटपटा नहीं लगना चाहिए बस। और चूँकि 30 अप्रैल तो अच्छी खासी 28 अप्रैल को गर्मी रहेगी, तो देख लीजिएगा, टाई लेके जाइएगा। आजू बाजू में देखिएगा सब लोग बिना टाई के जा रहे हैं, तो आप भी बिना टाई के चले जाइए, ठीक है। तो ये सब पहलू ठीक है। कम्युनिकेशन में फ्लो है ही, हिंदी में भी आपसे बातचीत करके देखिएगा, अंग्रेजी में भी बातचीत करके, दोनों भाषा में आप सहज हैं, तो अच्छा है। ये फ्लो आपके लैंग्वेज में है, शब्द भी आपके स्वाभाविक रूप से आ रहे हैं, जो शब्द जब आने चाहिए वो सब चीज़ें भी आपकी सही हैं। तो हमें आपके पूरे प्रेजेंटेशन में कुछ भी गंभीर चिंता का विषय नज़र नहीं आया। तथ्य संबंधित जो चीज़ें हैं वो तो हमेशा रहती हैं, कुछ न कुछ सुधार की गुंजाइश तो 28 अप्रैल तक चाहे आप जितना भी स्पेशलाइजेशन कर लें, फिर भी कुछ ना कुछ बचा रहेगा, तो वो तो रहेगा। तो वो जितना हो सके करिए। राजस्थान के स्थानीय जानकारी इकट्ठा कर लीजिए, हिस्ट्री, कल्चर में भी जो जेंडर इश्यू है, ट्राइबल इश्यू है, जो कि राजस्थान के लिए जो भी है, सरकार जिन जिन एरियाज़ में अभी फोकस कर रही है। अभी बजट में कुछ नया अनाउंसमेंट प्रोग्राम का हुआ है, जैसे एक शहरी इंदिरा गांधी शहरी क्रेडिट कार्ड कार्यक्रम आया है, इस तरह के और भी चीज़ें आई। तो वो सब देख लीजिए। चूँकि आपने कॉइन कलेक्शन दिया है तो थोड़ा न्यूमिस्मेटिक्स भी पढ़िएगा। न्यूमिस्मेटिक्स पता है ना?
जी सर।
और उसको सोर्स ऑफ हिस्ट्री के रूप में कैसे यूज़ करते हैं,
जी
उसको ध्यान रखिएगा। उस न्यूमिस्मेटिक्स में जो कुछ 2-4 नाम है, जैसे जॉन प्रिंसिप का एक नाम आता है, जिसकी वजह से हम अशोक के ब्राह्मी स्क्रिप्ट को डेसिफर कर सके। उन्होंने ही सबसे पहले कॉइन कलेक्शन करते कॉइन कलेक्ट करते थे। वो कर्मचारी थे टकसाल में,
जी सर।
तो उनका काम ही था अलग अलग कॉइन देखना, पढ़ना, डेसिफर करना। तो अच्छा है, मतलब बहुत सारे कॉइन कलेक्टर्स ने हिस्टोग्राफी में कंट्रीब्यूट किया है। तो उस तरह की चीज़ों पर भी थोड़ा सा ध्यान रखिएगा। लेकिन कुल मिला के आपका परफॉर्मेंस अच्छा है, संतोषजनक है, और हमें आशा है कि आप अच्छा करेंगे।
एक कुछ क्वेश्चन है मेरे।
हाँ
सर, जैसे पहले मैं न्यूमिस्मेटिक्स ही मेंशन करता था डेफ में सर, फिर उसको मैंने चेंज करके कॉइन कलेक्शन किया कि न्यूमिस्मेटिक्स में काफ़ी डाइवर्स हो जाता था, और सर हिस्ट्री में मैं इतना कंफर्टेबल नहीं हूँ, और उस वजह से सर मैंने कॉइन कलेक्टिंग
वो आपने अपने बचाव में लिख दिया। लेकिन वो पढ़ने वाले जो बुज़ुर्ग लोग हैं ना, वो कॉइन कलेक्शन के साथ उनके दिमाग में न्यूमिस्मेटिक्स अपने आप आ ही जाएगा। ठीक है, हम लोगों ने ज़्यादा उस पर सवाल नहीं पूछा।
जी बिल्कुल।
और पे कोई सवाल है?
नो सर।
ऑल द बेस्ट।